How are you doing, first of all, please?
Yeah, we're doing very well, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, we've been out on tour for about a year now, and remarkably, we're still raring to go and still excited about doing the shows and everything. Yeah.
You've been in the United States recently. You were kind of afraid of what was the reaction of the public about the new Maiden. How was it?
Well, we've been worried about the reaction everywhere, not just the US, because, you know, with a new singer and new album and everything, we was obviously very worried as to whether the fans would accept, you know, the new lineup and everything. But it's been fantastic everywhere, so, you know, it's been great.
Is it true that heavy metal is not as popular as we thought some years ago in the United States?
I think maybe in the United States, yeah, but in the rest of the world, it's just as popular as ever. So, but the United States, I mean, they're going through a weird fashion problem.
Right, yeah. I mean, really, we've kind of actually made up for it by touring more in, like, coming down to South America, and as you said earlier, like in Europe and stuff. So the rest of the world, it's very popular, but in America, it's just dwindling at the moment. But it's say the balance 83 to 88, it was huge in America, you know, especially bands like ourselves. But you know, it's like, you know, peaks and valleys. It goes up and down, and I think it peaked then. And so, you know, you never know, maybe next year, you know, a couple of years, it may take off again. We'll have to wait and see. You know.
Yeah, we still did, I mean, on this album, we still did like about 250,000 albums in America, which is still pretty good. But it's obviously not as many as we used to. And all the concerts that we did over there, they were smaller places, but we sold them all out. So we still do have a hardcore audience. But to be honest with you, we wasn't even sure if we'd have an hardcore audience at all, because, you know, we thought we just have to go and test the water, really, and see what happens. But we have still got an hardcore fan base, so it's something we can build from.
You just recorded the new song for the compilation album. Is it true that the whole band just was part of the songwriting?
Yeah, except for Nico, because Nico doesn't write anyway. But yeah, it was written with just the other four of us, and which is the first time we've actually done that combination of writing. But it worked really well.
And the new material is like the X Factor, or you're going in another direction? Well, slightly.
I think it's a bit different, really. Yeah, and maybe because the four of us wrote it together, it's a bit different.
Rock on! Rock on! Rock on! I'm coming to get you!
Hi, I'm Nico McBrain.
And I am Blaze Bailey.
And we are from Iron Maiden. And you are
watching Power 30.
Not common in Iron Maiden that one of the members just do a solo album. For instance, you never thought to put some material that's not fit into Iron Maiden in another thing, another project?
We don't really get the time.
Actually, also, I mean, historically, everyone that's done a solo album has left the band, so really, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, if any of the rest of us did a solo album, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't leave the band. You know, I mean, there's no point. I mean, we enjoy it too much in Maiden anyway. I mean, if I did a solo album, I'd have to write with somebody else anyway, because, you know, if I wrote just the songs myself, then I think they'd probably want to use them just for Maiden. So I'd have to go and have a completely different writing partnership. But, you know, who knows? But, I mean, you know, I think Maiden's going to be going a long time yet.
Now that Blaze is not listening, how was he doing live?
Yeah, he's been doing excellent. I mean, obviously the worry before the tour was the fact that we do a 2-hour set. He's never done a 2-hour set before. He's never done a year-long tour before. So, you know, I suppose he was worried, and so were we, that, you know, he would be able to do it. And it's been fantastic, so no problem.
So Blaze was okay. Not a problem.
Just,
yeah, okay.
Wherever you are, I mean, you're gonna get some. To the front what did you? Up above my head. I mean, I want to pretend.
Tell me something about the memorabilia of the band. Do you still are a collector?
Yeah, I do collect stuff, but I mean, I don't have as much. Some fans have got more stuff than me. I mean, half the time when we get certain event shirts and stuff, sometimes we don't even get them, you know, because they sell out or something like that, and then we don't get any. But yeah, I do still collect stuff.
And it is not the only band that you collect. Dave told me last time that he was here. You're a fan of Genesis and
Yeah, early stuff, just the very early stuff with Peter Gabriel. I collect some of that, and I collect Jeff Hotel, Golden Earrings, stuff like that. I've been collecting that stuff for years.
What about UFO?
Yeah, I collect UFO as well, and Yes. And
you
stuff
finally
like
just get to record a cover after all.
Yeah,
Doctor.
That's right. Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it turned out really good.
Much
yeah.
like you
Blaze
expected?
sang it really, really well.
In fact, we used to play that years ago in clubs and stuff in England. It used to be in the set, so it's great to be able to record that song again. You know. Yeah.
Is there another cover that you are planning to do?
No, we did My Generation by The Who, and that's again on the B-side of Virus. But no, I mean,
It was a strange choice.
Why?
I don't know, I've never imagined Maiden doing something like that. I know that Blaze played in The Walls Fame that song live, but I didn't imagine that Maiden could cover it.
But The Who is one of our favourite bands. I mean, John Entwistle was one of my favourite bands.
Could you have chosen a foreign vocalist, a non-English vocalist for the band? Could it have been?
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, we actually had lots of tapes from very good people from all parts of the world. There was a very good singer from Brazil. There's a really good Norwegian guy, wasn't there?
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
And an Irish guy and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, really, it doesn't really matter really, as long as they can speak good English. You know, to be able to communicate with the audience and stuff.
And Wolf Spain had toured together, so we'd known Blaze from the tour and stuff, and it just made things transition easier as well. We want to make it probably as easy as possible, and and vocally, I think listening to the X Factor, and when they come and see the show, you can see that this guy is really doing it.
666, the number of the beast. Hell, fire was born to be released. Torches blaze and sacred chants for praise as they start to cry out unto the sky. In the night, the fires are burning.
You can go to the first part of the story of Iron Maiden. Is it true that you got a lot of problems getting contract because people of the companies wanted you to get a little bit punk just to get you signed?
Yeah, it took us 4.5 years to get a record deal. It was just a difficult time because they weren't signing rock bands at that time. And yeah, one company did ask us to sort of go punk.
And do you still maintain that attitude? Do you think at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we just do what we do. We're very stubborn. Selfish.
I think it's probably been one of the strengths of the band, actually. I mean, longevity of the band, because we've stuck by what we wanted to do. We've never jumped on any bandwagons or followed any fashion or music fashion. It's just been doing what we want to do. And I think really the fans kind of see through that. They can see it's for real, and we're not BSing. We're doing what we feel inside and making music. And I think the band sort of have grown with us over the years. And even for new fans that are just coming on board, they can sort of go back and maybe retrace the band's history and see that there is a lot more depth and substance to it. And I think it's been one of the strengths of why the band's been around for so long.
You take my life, but take it down. You better must get better, ring it down. So when you're waiting for the next time, you better stand as you're trying to bed. The beautiful sound of talking is, but I just never feel no revenge. The smell of it makes my horse's breath, and the one you need a sudden death.
Hello, I'm Steve Harris.
And this is Dave Murray.
And we're from Iron Maiden, and you're watching Power 30 on Much Music.